When I started at the library, I was invited to help work on programs that focused on social justice, arts, and civic engagement. And along the way, what that work has really been designed to do is to think about how Indigenous, Black, Brown, immigrant, housing insecure, and cash poor communities have historically had barriers to the library, and then come up with really dynamic ways to make the invitations we extend engaging and empowering. When we do our community engagement work, it's about building power and it's also about sharing power. So we spend a lot of time making sure that we know community-led groups, that we focus on finding Indigenous and POC-led groups to work with, and that we check and see if our practices around engagement feel affirming. When I look at my programming over the years, much of the primary projects, but also some of the smaller ones, are really designed so that communities get a seat at the table and that they have an ability to have voice and visibility in the library. We did a program that looked at environmental equity through the lens of Indigenous knowledge systems, and we worked with 3 Indigenous artists. So we worked with Native Cut, which is actually a duo of Sean and Patu, and we also worked with Rowdy Fowl and Fox Spears. And in that conversation, as we moved through, we looked at their art, but we also talked about how the way the Duwamish River has changed. And we also thought about the ways that Indigenous environmentalists are also artists. So Native Cut is made up of folks who are both environmentalists and artists at the same time. When we're designing projects, we look to make sure that the most affected are always at the decision-making table, not for sheer representation, but for vision. Sometimes when we're doing relationship building, it might be short-term, mid-term, or long-term, but we always want to be able to come back and celebrate the work we did together and to understand what's important for communities and to make sure that it can live on in the library.